Hello and welcome to the Saturday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 8 races at Ascot on Irish Day, also known as Belgravia Stakes Day. Look at the track conditions. We're expecting a sunny day, 28 degrees Celsius. The track to be a good 4 and the rail to move out to the 2 metre position. Race number 1 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 12:58. It is the Guinness Handicap over 1,000 metres. In replay, we can look at the last start of How to Fly.
Into the straight at the 300, DeAndes and Khan. They've come together, they've locked horns too in front of Big Caroline. Black Line lets down with its run. Pretentious Chant makes ground behind them. DeAndes had hit the front. Big Caroline's in pursuit. Big Caroline, DeAndes, stage man, Pretentious Chant, but Big Caroline burst clear late. Big Caroline has won from Pretentious.
The replay race was over 1,100 metres at Bunbury 2 weeks ago. How to Fly finished 5th, but I think she can get back to winning ways on Saturday. She maps again the run of the race behind the likely leaders in what is likely to be a pretty moderate tempo, I would think, and her closing sectionals I think are enough for her to run over the top of her rivals and to get the job done. She goes on top from number 6, Jing Tang. He's won 2 from 3 fresh. I think 1,000 metres is probably his best trip, and he maps again a nice run just off the speed, probably set by Misty Medal. That brings me to number 2, Misty Medal. She's won each of her last 5 races, but I think most of her really good performances have been on slightly softer ground that she's going to encounter on Saturday. Came back with a career best performance before going for a spell. And then number 7, Showcase, was withdrawn at the gates 2 weeks ago when she was trading at very similar odds to Night Voyage, another horse in this race in a 1,000 metres race at Belmont Park. Top selection in race number 1, I'm going to go with number 5, How to Fly, to beat 6, Jing Tang, 2, Misty Medal and 7, Showcase. Race number 2 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 1:43. It's the Tap Touch Better Your Bet Handicap over 2,100 metres. The replay horse, it's Dark Prospect from 7 days ago.
He goes up, tries to eyeball him. O'Donnell gives the leader a little more rain. Rock on Tommy, kick 2 in front very quickly. Capo Doro starts his move. Red Publisher further back. Ravelli, Dark Prospect. Rock on Tommy at the hundreds, the leader. Big Capo Doro starts to gun him down. Ravelli is charging. Rock on Tommy, Capo Doro, Ravelli, Rock on Tommy.
I think there's plenty of data to support the argument that Dark Prospect is better suited to Belmont than he is to Ascot, but I thought he was pretty sound in defeat last year, and I think the key on Saturday is he finally steps up in trip to 2,100 metres. I think he's crying out for this type of journey, and I think he'll relish it, and he goes on top. From the obvious danger, which is number 6, Salon du Cheval, hasn't missed the top 2 in any of his 6 starts, and while this is easily his toughest assignment yet, it really is hard to knock his recent winning form. He's won 3 in a row for Lindsay Smith. Another horse in winning form is number 5, 5 Degrees. She was wide all the way on opening day at Ascot. They didn't go particularly hard in that race, and it enabled 5 Degrees to get away with what was a pretty arduous run, and I think will be there in the finish, but what I think needs to improve to beat Dark Prospect. And then number 2, Noir de Roux, has only chased his defeat once in its last 6 races, but that was when it was 3.5 lengths behind the aforementioned Dark Prospect at Belmont last month. Top selection in race number 2, pretty keen on number 3, that's Dark Prospect, to beat 6, Salon du Cheval, 5, 5 Degrees and 2, Noir de Roux. Race number 3 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 2:29. It's the Arlec Handicap over 1,400 metres. In replay, we can look at the winning debut of Arcadia Queen.
Back behind them, Explosion, trailed then by Arcadia Queen, and then Why Choose Her. Homeward bound though, Colourful Chloe ranges up on the outside to join Bollywood Lass when they go by the 250. Here comes the hot pot though, down the outside, Arcadia Queen, and this attractive Piero filly, Arcadia Queen, races up. She gets a neck a half a length in front, draws away, and a smart debut here by Arcadia Queen over Colourful Chloe.
Arcadia Queen is, according to Bob Peters, her owner and breeder, potentially the best 3-year-old filly in his camp. She failed to get into the Belgravia Stakes, so she goes around in this graduation race, and even though she hasn't necessarily got the form in the book to justify being odds on, I am going to give her the benefit of the doubt, and she does look a promising galloper on the rise. Goes on top from the other horse in Cerise and White in this race, that's number 1, Royal Command. On exposed form, there's very little to choose between the 2 Cerise and White gallopers, but I do think the draw will probably suit Arcadia Queen more than Royal Command. Arcadia Queen is drawn out and will be able to come down the centre of the track. Royal Command may well get stuck on the rail. Got them clearly on top from number 2, Recharger. whose chance probably depends on the tempo that he sets in tandem with Ennis Dent. They got away with a very slow tempo when winning a couple of starts ago. If they get away with that, certainly could feature in the minors. And then number 10, Platoon, finally broke through last time out. That was at Northam, and this colt is probably a place chance in this company if he can, but he's probably unlikely to go back to back. Top selection in race number 3, going to go number 7, Arcadia Queen, to beat 1 Royal Command, 2 Recharger and 10 Platoon. Race number 4 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 3:20. It's the LWP Handicap over 1,600 metres. In replay, we're going to look at the last start of Double Digit.
Was taken out wider around the bend into the straight. Dark Prospect gets to the outside as well. Nelson's Flight's under pressure. Grabbed by Rock on Tommy on the outside. Elegant Blast trying to join in. Capo Duro's right there as well. And down the outside is Dark Prospect. Then came Double Digit. It's Rock on Tommy on the inside just in front. Capo Duro. Dark Prospect is charging though. And then Elegant Blast. But Dark Prospect stormed to the front and raced away to beat.
I thought that Double Digit was more than respectable in the replay race. That was a stronger race than the one he'll encounter on Saturday. It was 72 plus with Dark Prospect winning. This is 66 plus. And even though he's yet to place at Ascot in the 7 starts, I think his recent form justifies him being the top selection in this race. He goes on top from number 10, Petrosity, who did too much work leading last week's finale from a wide gate. They went pretty quick in that race. I'm willing to forgive his 11th place in there and give him a chance to bounce back. Personally, I would have liked to see him freshened up a little bit more, but I do think he's got ability, and with a softer run here, he goes in the numbers. Number 1, Miracle Man, beat the serial non-winner that he's sigilled to win at Bunbury 2 weeks ago after he was stone motherless first up over the same trip at Belmont. The jury's out about Miracle Man's form, and he has got the outside gate here. And then number 5, Juicing Carrots, probably wants more than a mile to win in this grade, but he certainly has been a model of consistency throughout his current campaign, and he'll put himself there or thereabouts in the run. Top selection in race number 4, going to go with number 3, Double Digit, to beat 10 Petrosity, 1 Miracle Man and 5 Juicing Carrots.